How's it going, guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Predator 2 Ultimate Shaman Predator. Figure was released in 2022 and is the 7th release from the Lost Tribe figure line. So, awesome figure. Can't wait to get them opened up. So let's go ahead and get right to it and get a quick look around the box, and we'll get them opened up and get a better look at the figure. So I have to say, I absolutely love this cover artwork. I like the fact that you see some xenomorph skulls on top of some pikes, and the Shaman Predator looks just absolutely incredible. Predator 2 Ultimate Shaman Predator. On the side we got the Predator 2 logo. This was released for the celebration of the 30th anniversary of Predator 2. In the back we got some photo shots of the figure, as well as we have the full line of the Lost Tribe. I believe I have all of these, minus I think I am missing these three. So I think I have one, and then I have the rest. So I think I'm missing these three, which I believe this is the Scout, Guardian, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head right now. But yeah, just absolutely love the way this figure looks. On the other side, Predator 2 logo, and again, as I mentioned, it's the 7th release of the line. So there's the figure, photo shot of the figure, and there's the figure in all its glory. Absolutely awesome looking figure. So let's go ahead and get them opened up and get a better look at the figure. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get right to it. For starters, I have to say I absolutely love the color palette that NECA used for this figure. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this sort of like dark grayish color, similar to what Grayback looks like, the Elder Predator. But yeah, this guy just absolutely looks absolutely nuts. I think NECA did a great job on this guy. The look and the strip down to where he's not fully armored or anything. I mean, you have a little bit of armor on the shoulders there, but I mean, really, this guy doesn't have too much armor, which I really like. I love that sort of stripped down Predator look. But as for the head articulation, head does rotate all the way around. I would say be very careful. As you can see, it's getting caught on the shoulder armor here, and I'd be very careful with that. This top part seems to be kind of separate, so yeah, that's why I was getting caught with the dreads. The head unfortunately doesn't look down or up too much, more than likely because of the neck piece here. It does have a nice tilt there, not too much. Again, I feel like maybe this neck piece kind of hinders that movement. As for the arms, arm does rotate all the way around, and arm does come up about 45 degrees. Doesn't come fully up, more than likely because of this armor piece on the shoulder. There does appear to be a rotation at the upper bicep. It appears there's a double joint at the elbow, and there is some rotation in the wrist, and the wrist does seem to rotate, or the wrist does seem to, actually it doesn't seem to go back and forth too much. I don't know if it's just stiff. I mean, it is out of the box, guys. But as for the other arm, same thing, does rotate all the way around. Doesn't appear that, yeah, this arm doesn't go up as much as the other one because of this shoulder plate here. I think, as you can see, it's kind of going into the shoulder there. So there is a rotation at the upper bicep. There is a double joint again at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, and yeah, it doesn't appear there's much back and forth on the wrist. As for the torso does have some rotation, which is pretty cool. Looks like it can, yeah, rotate all the way around. Not too much crunch at the top. Yeah, not too much front or back. I have to say, kind of to go off on a tangent, I just love the coloring on this Predator. It looks absolutely incredible. I would be careful with this necklace. It's soft plastic, so when you're kind of doing any movements or anything with the neck or the head, you just be careful that it doesn't get caught. So beyond that, as for the legs, leg does come up fairly well. Goes back not too much, more than likely because of the Peltier. Double joint in the knee. Doesn't appear that there's rotation at the knee. A little bit of rotation at the upper thigh. Leg does come up, not too much to do the splits. There is rotation in the foot. Foot does have a nice swivel side to side, and a nice front to back as well. As for the other leg, same thing. Does come up, but not too much on this side because of the way the I guess the pockets and the armor is here. Doesn't go back at all actually on here, but does have double joint in the knee. Again, no rotation. There is rotation at the top of the thigh, but not at the knee. There is rotation in the foot. Once again, a nice back and forth swivel on the foot, and a nice front and back. So let's go ahead and get him off to the side, guys, and get a better look at his accessories. For starters, guys, he does come with 3 extra hands. The first one that we're going to look at is a hand that's semi like open or gestured. More than likely this is going to hold the smart disc, but again, I love the coloring on this. NECA does a great job of that. The next hand is a gripping hand for one of the weapons, for holding the weapons. Very, very nice. Again, solid detail. Love the coloring there. And you can see the sort of like creases or wrinkles on the fingers and stuff like that. The coloring on the nails looks great. Really, really solid attention to detail for sure. And the last hand, guys, he comes with a more closed grip hand for, I'm assuming for like the weapons and stuff like that, just like the other one. This one is just some more solid closed hand. But again, love the attention to detail on this. Love the creases and stuff like that in the fingers. The coloring is great, I think. And yeah, NECA kills it with all of these releases. Next, guys, he comes with 2 smart discs. He comes with a open smart disc. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough. Love the coloring on this, and I love the detail, that solid, like almost chrome look. Looks very nice, very clean looking. Love the detail on that. He also comes with an open smart disc, which is really, really nice. Again, I love that clean, shiny chrome look to it. It has the nice little detail there where when it's open, I've said it in other Predator figures that have these, so you can see where the difference is with it, between it being open and closed. Next, guys, we got a really gnarly looking skull that has a nice little, actually has a pretty nice blood wash to it. And the coloring overall, I like the coloring of the teeth, and then just like the weatherness in the skull itself. I mean, the coloring on this is nuts, and I love the just the blood wash. It looks really nice on this. Next, guys, we have a gnarly looking dagger, and when I say gnarly looking, I mean this thing looks incredible. Love the serrated blade here. I love the blood wash that's on this, like he had just used it. And the other cool thing too, when I was looking at this, it looks like there's like a almost like a carving in the handle there. It almost looks like a face or something like that. Really, really nice. I love that bone, like that grain that looks like bone there. So clearly, I mean, he must have fashioned this out of like maybe a bone or something, and then he just carved in like some ceremonial like figure or something. I'm not too sure. Now, up next, guys, is probably one of my favorite accessories from this guy, is this incredible like hatchet. I mean, this thing is absolutely nuts. It looks killer, man. The blade is actually fashioned into a skull. I love the crack there right in the middle of the skull. The skull looks great. The color on it, the wash, and it's a part of a spinal, like it's also fashioned to a spinal cord. So really, really nice detail on this. The blade itself looks absolutely nuts. And it's a hard plastic too, so it's, I mean, it's pretty, it feels like it's pretty solid. Up next, guys, he comes with a staff, which on the staff, he actually has his, or he has 2 gauntlet blades at the end, and some like pikes here. Now, I would be careful with these because these are the pikes, these little pike things are like a soft plastic, so I would be careful with that. The blades, they're pretty nice. I like the coloring on them. They look like kind of like the smart disc that we just looked at. Has a nice bright chrome looking color to it, and I like the detail in the added detail with the little soft plastic string that he fashioned like a bone and a piece of, I'm assuming that's another piece of bone, and then this is like a tooth or maybe like a claw or something. Really nice. I'd be careful with this, guys, just because it is a soft plastic, or maybe it's like a rope. It's more like a soft plastic, I think. And then oh yeah, there's another one. It has like a ring or something like that. And then the staff itself, I would be very careful with this staff because it does feel kind of flimsy, so be very careful with that, guys. But all around, the detail on this is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is like a piece of bone or something up here. That, again, he just fashioned this nice looking staff together and just bits from like other trophies that he's gotten. Up next, guys, he comes with a poncho. And I love the coloring on this, and I love the feel of this. Like in some of the other releases, like Dracula, for example, his cape is like a soft goods. This just feels actually more like a cloth, which I mean is absolutely incredible. And not only that, but it has a wire in it on the sides here and on the back, so you can actually pose the wiring kind of like it's in motion or something. So I thought that was pretty cool. To get this onto the figure, you would have to pop the head off, sit this down, and then pop the head back on, and he'll have the poncho on. But really dig this. I love the frilled, like it's worn and weathered here. It's got some holes in it, like it's tattered. I mean, it's weathered. I mean, I love the fact that NECA put that kind of detail into something like this. And finally, guys, we have an alternate head sculpt. And I have to say, this head sculpt is absolutely insane. I love the biomask for this Predator. It's like fashioned out of some sort of like alien creature or something like that. I mean, just looks really creepy, really cool. I love the dreads. I love the long dreads and the feel of them. Really cool. Like I said, this Predator is pretty stripped down, so he doesn't even have like the rings on the dreads. But he does have this clip holding the hair in the back, which I thought was pretty cool. It looks like it's fashioned out of something. The other cool thing, camera doesn't really pick it up well enough, but I love the fact that you can actually see through here and you can see the Predator's eyes. Again, unfortunately, because of the lighting, you can't really see it. The camera doesn't pick it up, but yeah, it's really nice. I like the attention to detail that NECA put into where you can actually see his eyes in this. For comparison, I did want to bring in the Elder Predator or Grayback. As you can see, both figures have a similar color palette. This Predator has more of a faded gray or more of a grayish color palette, but they look pretty similar in the colors, in my opinion. I love Grayback. He's my favorite of the Lost Tribe, but the Shaman Predator is just definitely up there. The crowns are different, obviously, and I like that NECA really didn't cheapen out on that. And I love that they use almost a similar color palette, but you could tell the difference that they're similar but the same. And I mean, they just knocked it out of the park with this guy. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the figure. Are you a fan of Predator 2? Do you remember the Lost Tribe from the end of that film? Again, it's a sort of a last scene in the movie when everything's ending. And so a lot of these guys you don't really see too much of, but I love that NECA took that idea and just made it absolutely insane. They went all out with a lot of these figures. If you've seen any of my previous reviews of the Lost Tribe, if you haven't, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description. I also have to say a huge shout out to the folks at the Last Toy Store for having this guy in stock when it came up for pre-order. I was able to get it through them, so huge shout out to those guys. If you haven't checked them out, I'll also leave a link to their website in the description below. Definitely check them out. And again, I have to say that NECA did a great job on this figure. Absolutely love it. Beyond that, I have to say Grayback is actually my favorite of the Lost Tribe, but a lot of these figures are just absolutely insane. I love all of these Predator figures. And that's the other thing too. I have to thank you guys for voting in my recent community poll. Obviously this guy won, so reviewing him first, and then I'll review Golden Angel down the line for you guys. So beyond that, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again guys for coming back and for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Until then, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy and have a good one.